everyone, my name is Chloe, and today I'm here to talk about the books that I read last week. So I'm still kind of on a reading tear where my YouTube to watch list is getting higher and higher and higher, but my physical TBR is going down. And some of these books are going to be in my December book haul revisit, and so I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of that video. Not my ratings, I'll just give you a sneak peek of the books, and then you can stay tuned for that video, which will hopefully be coming later this week. And see what I think about them. But first, we read one middle grade. Who's Stealing the 12 Days of Christmas by Martha Freeman. So I'm not sure where I got this, but I have a handful of chapter books that are Christmassy, and so we're just kind of reading through them. This is about Chickadee Court or something like that. It must be a series, but this is the first in Chickadee Court, and this is a kind of cul-de-sac of 12 different houses. And so they have a map in the beginning, which I love. And every house decorates for the 12 days of Christmas. Like the first one is a partridge in a pear tree, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And this has become quite the tourist attraction. And so they have music coordinated to it, et cetera. All their yards are decorated for their appropriate part in the song. Now, somebody starts taking the birds. And so we're trying to figure out who is taking the birds. And this book, I don't know. I did not love it at all. It is a very, very, very strange book. And the whodunit at the end, part of it is like obvious from page one. Part of it is like out of left field. And the whole conclusion is like awful. And there's multiple mysteries going on. So we've got Who's Stealing the Birds, which would be a great focus for a middle grade book. That's probably sufficient. But instead there's also this whole game system that is like mice, and they're they like are described as like military mice and different, like, are we talking Mickey Mouse mice? I don't know. They're like characters that these kids collect, and somebody is robbing toy stores of these mice. And so that's going on. And then also the main character's cat keeps going over to a neighbor's house, and like all of a sudden he's obsessed with the neighbor's house. And so we're trying to figure out why that's the case too. And so there's kind of three mysteries going on, and they're all just really underdeveloped, really weird. And then it all kind of explodes in the end, and like justice isn't really served. And it was just honestly kind of an awful book. I didn't like it at all. I don't know, not good. Wouldn't recommend. Now let's get into the adult book. So we have The Lilac House by Barbara Josselson. This is one for my book haul revisit. So this is going to be a very short video because this book is one that I read. We'll just say that. Then we've got Coming Home to Sugar Lake by Marina Adair, and After Anna by Alex Lake. So all three of these have been on my shelf for a solid 2 years, and I finally read them. So stay tuned to my book haul revisit to see what I think about them. And then I read Susan Mallory's The Christmas Wedding Guest, and you guys, I love Susan Mallory. I love this book. I didn't it's probably 3.5 stars, a strong 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed my time with it though. So it's about two sisters, Reggie and Dina. So Dina lives in this small town, their hometown or whatever. And she is pregnant by a sperm donor because she's of a certain age and she's ready to have kids and can't find the one. So whatever. And she meets this guy, and he happens to be a rock star. She's not into like rock music, so she doesn't know of him. And they have the sweetest relationship. He is such a cinnamon roll, and it's a little unbelievable, but whatever. Then Reggie is back in town because her parents are going to renew their vows. So that is the wedding element of this, is that the parents are going to renew the vows. However, that's not really part of the story at all. That's just the context of why she's there. So I think there could have been a more apt title, but whatever. So Reggie, and then she runs into kind of her first love, I think, and he's got a kid now. He's a single but with a kid, and it's their relationship. It's the dual kind of romances, and like I said, I really enjoyed my time with this. It's not overly Christmassy. It is wintry for sure, because the town that they live in is like really all their tourism stakes on the first day of the first snow, and like nobody decorates until then, and then once the first snow happens, it's like a huge hullabaloo. So yeah, I don't know. This was an enjoyable read. Not something I'm going to remember forever, but a good read and a good time. And then I ran out of books on my audio like middle of the night one night. And so I thought, I'm reading something physically for my book I'll revisit that is a certain genre. And I was like, I don't want anything. I feel like with my brain lately, I'm not able to juggle multiple reads very easy. And so I wanted something completely different. And so I read Kate in Waiting by Becky Albertalli. And this is a YA. So if you are not into YA, you're not going to like this. This is not going to like sway you to all of a sudden like YA. If you are a teen reader or a young adult, or if you're a 30-something-year-old woman who just wants like the angst and the immaturity of YA, then you may like this because I enjoyed it. Now it's there's definitely annoying YA things, but this is about a girl named Kate, and she has a neighbor and best friend who is a boy that is gay, and they somebody that they know moves into town, and they both have a crush on him. And so the book is about that, but not really. It's more about the friendship between Kate and Anderson is her friend's name, and how they navigate sharing a crush. And I thought it was really realistic. This is something we went through in high school. In my friend group, there were a lot of times where multiple people had crushes on the same person and whatever. And so I feel like a really real teenage experience. This is also set in the context of, it says break a leg, not your heart. They're all trying to get into the drama, like the theater play. So yeah, that is the context of it. I'm not a theater nerd, but I don't feel like you needed to be to enjoy this. As with all YA, the font is like, this is so easy to read. Short chapters, wide spacing, all the things. So this is exactly, like I said, I listened to most of it on audio, but this is exactly what I needed. And they talk about F-boys, like they use the real F word, but often just call them F boys, which is a name for like jocks. And that kind of stuff is so, like, it was so annoying, so irritating. But other than that, like, yes, you've got the angst. You've got multiple friendship dynamics. You've got multiple crush dynamics, all of that. But I thought it was cute enough. So that's everything that I read. You guys, my background is getting more and more chaotic as the time goes on. So thank you guys for watching, despite the fact that we've got Christmas paper over here, boxes over here. This is like a little alcove in my house. For the handful of you that have been to my house, this is just like a little room kind of. And this is my only space where I can keep things private somewhat. And so we've got Christmas stuff. We've got books everywhere. We're still waiting on the shelves. So we'll see when that happens. But anyway, that is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.